Hello, I'm Becky Parker.
And I'm Julia Trujillo from Ormond MainStreet.
And we are streaming to you live from Julia's living room. We hope that you all are hanging in there. This is the third installment of our Friday videos, just recapping the most important things we've learned from the past week. So we promise to keep it short, but we just wanted to kick it off with thinking about ideas to continue to stay in front of the community and in front of your customers. And if you are a business within the historic Ormond Beach district, we are doing a fun campaign called Faces of Historic Ormond Beach. Please send your photos of yourself, maybe if you're of your team too, if you're an essential business and you're still open, in front of your storefront, in front of your sign, and we're going to do a social media campaign that kind of is a fun way to just remind everybody that there are human beings who are these business owners that are behind our small businesses, and who you are, and that you're still out there ready to serve customers. So send that to Becky at ormondmainstreet.com. That's the Faces of Historic Ormond Beach campaign. Another way that we're helping you stay in front of the community, we've released several ads this week that should be running in, hi Pumpkin, we got a dog here.
We have a dog too.
The Ormond Observer, the Daytona Beach News Journal, and the
Ormond Magazine
Ormond
has
Magazine.
gone to a digital platform only for this current edition, but your ad will be running there and across the Gage Publishing digital platform. So
this is a support local ad for our district, and yeah, we hope you see that out there here in the coming weeks. The last thing I wanted to mention is that we are launching a webpage that will serve as a directory of updates for local businesses within our district. So anything you'd like the community to know, just fill out the form at www.ormondbeachmainstreet.com/small business resources. And we'll be pushing this out very soon. We just want to make sure we have a complete list. And the last thing, just make sure that you're going to that page daily. It's almost like it's a new site every single day because we're updating it so much. And we're really trying to condense all of this information that's relevant to you in this one place. So make sure that you use that as a tool as you try to navigate this time. The last thing I want to mention is we are doing bi-weekly merchants calls. So just a way to stay connected with us and your neighbors, ask questions, tell us things that are concerning to you. We want to make sure that you know that we are here, and our main priority is to support you. And so every 2 weeks on Wednesday at 5:30, we will send out a Zoom invite, and you can call into that. That will be at 5:30 this coming Wednesday. So that's all I have for right now.
I want to update you a little bit on the CARES Act process. Many of you have begun working on your loans. There are 3 things, again, I'll reiterate 3 loans that you ought to be looking at. The Florida bridge loan, for the emergency bridge loan. Just quickly, that loan process closes May 8th, so time is running short. And it is a process that requires you to go through the Small Business Development Corporation at Daytona State for assistance. You cannot file that on your own anymore. Their web portal is not working well. So do put an inquiry in to the SBDC. You'll find all that information again at ormondbeachmainstreet.com/small business resources. I have been your guinea pig this week. I have applied for the Paycheck Protection Program, the PPP, and it is less easy than it should be, but I have a couple of tips to pass on that maybe will make your journey a little easier. First and foremost, you apply through the bank, not through the SBA. So you want to find out if your bank is a provider. If it is, use their process. If your bank is not a provider, you can go to sba.gov and find a list of local banks who are participating. The second thing I wanted to tell you about is a quick list of items that you'll want to get together as you apply. You want to use annual numbers. You can easily use 2019, but you can create a year that begins and ends anywhere if that's the way your numbers run. Before you even sit down to open the application, you want to make sure you have proof of your payroll. So that's W-2s, W-3s, payroll report if you use a payroll company on the annual basis. Proof of the taxes you've paid to the federal government on behalf of your employees and that they have paid. So it's both the employers and the employees' taxes that have been paid to the federal government. So you need 941s or 940s or 944s, whatever works with your tax. It's probably good to check with your bookkeeper or your CPA to see which of those items you have. If you pay health insurance benefits, you need proof of that, so receipts or invoices. And if you pay into any kind of retirement account for your employees or yourself, you need proof of that as well, again, from your payroll company or through receipts or invoices. You're going to need your EIN number, which is your tax number. You're also going to need an NCAIS number. That number gives your business classification. So if you're a restaurant or you're agriculture or like us, you're a nonprofit, there are different numbers. You also need to know your net profit for the year. So the simple part of this process, each bank will give you a worksheet to fill out where you put in your payroll numbers and subtract your tax numbers and then divide everything by 12 and multiply it by 2.5. So have a calculator ready as well. The process is not difficult, but because it is a lot of paperwork, it takes a while. Just be patient and ask questions as you can. The banks are not going to be willing really to answer your questions for the most part. You will need to ask your questions to your CPA or your bookkeeper. So that is the PPP. Many of you have heard that the money involved may not go far enough for all the people who have applied. There is movement in Congress at the moment to add another $250 billion to this fund. So I would not wait. If you're going to apply, go ahead and get in line, but there will be funds to finish this program. That's about all I have to add. We're trying to keep up on new things from the legislature and from Congress, but I think everybody's gone home for the Easter recess, so we're all slightly protected. No more legislative action until next week.
One more thing, if you've had any experience with any of these applications for any of these state or federal loans, please let us know what that experience has been for you, because this is new for all of us. So we're learning all the time as well.
I think that's all we have for you today. Have a great holiday weekend. Happy Easter, happy Passover, and we'll talk to you again next week.